Today we are going to put some leftover pieces of T-track I have in my outfeed table. I'm going to start out here by cleaning the surface of the table. After that, I'm going to lay out the pieces that I have and mark where I want to put them. I'm laying them out in kind of a lopsided cross. I want to make the few pieces I have as useful as possible. Next, I'm going to cut the pieces on my chop saw. You can cut aluminum on your chop saw, you just want to do it slowly. I'm using my plunge router to cut out the channel to put the T-track in. I'm using an edge guide that I have to keep the line straight. Now, unfortunately, you can see as I'm going down the table, I let the guide get away from the edge, which put a little wave in my channel, which won't affect the outcome, but is annoying. I only have a 1/2 inch router bit, so I'm going to have to make 2 passes to get this channel cut out. The way I do this is I use a sharp pencil to trace lines on both sides of the track, and then just make sure when I cut out that channel that I leave both pencil lines behind. For the perpendicular channel, I'm doing the same thing. Instead of using the edge guide this time, I just clamped a level down to the table to use as a guide. Now I'm going to test fit the pieces, make sure they fit. One thing I forgot to do was make one of the channels about 1 inch longer. That way I can fit in the stops and clamps I'm going to use with this T-track. Using a self-centering drill bit, I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill all the mounting holes. The top of my table is 3/4 inch plywood. The channels are 3/8 deep, so I have 3/8 left of meat to screw into. I'm using 3/8 inch flathead screws to screw this down. I'm going to use my crosscut sled to cut out some pieces of yellow pine to use as stops and also mounting blocks for toggle clamps I have. I found the center of these blocks by drawing 2 diagonal lines from corner to corner. I'm going to drill a hole big enough to fit some T-bolts through. Next, slide the T-bolts through the holes you drilled, put some knobs on the top, and you've got yourself some stops. The nice thing about making your own stops is you can choose the depth, the size, the material to fit whatever project you might be working on. And it's also a lot cheaper than buying pre-made stops. Now I'm going to screw some toggle clamps to the blocks to make them a little more useful. As you'll see, I installed the toggle clamps facing the wrong direction, and the knob from the T-bolt got in the way of the handle. This is no big deal. Just turn the clamps 90 degrees, screw them back down, and they work fine. Test it out with a hand plane, and we're done.